Have you ever looked down at your ankles and barely recognized them? That tight, heavy feeling in your lower legs that makes your shoes feel 2 sizes too small by the end of the day can be frustrating. Swollen legs are a common concern, especially as we age, and while many people think this is just part of getting older, there's actually a lot you can do to improve it. When you press into your ankle and see a small dent remain for several seconds, that's a type of swelling called pitting edema. It's your body's way of signaling that fluid balance isn't quite right. Swelling in the legs can happen for many reasons, including heart, kidney, or liver concerns, but for most people over 60, there's another, much more common factor that contributes to this discomfort. The good news is that with the right approach, it can often be addressed naturally, without relying on medications like diuretics or blood thinners. Why legs swell? The role of cellular pumps. To understand what's happening, it helps to look inside your cells. Every single cell in your body contains tiny pumps that work nonstop to move fluid in and out, keeping everything balanced. One of the most important is the sodium-potassium pump. This pump helps regulate fluid and nutrient transport, and when it isn't functioning properly, fluid can start to collect in your lower legs instead of staying inside your cells. These pumps are fascinating because they use a large portion of your cellular energy, about 30 to 40% of everything your cells produce. Think about that. Almost half of your body's energy is dedicated to moving fluid correctly. Now imagine what happens when these pumps slow down or don't work efficiently. It's similar to a sump pump in your basement. When the pump stops, water can flood the floor quickly. In your body, when cellular pumps aren't doing their job, fluid starts pooling in areas like the lower legs and ankles. This process is called interstitial fluid retention, which simply means fluid is gathering outside your cells instead of staying inside them. For those of us over 60, this can become more common because our bodies undergo certain changes that make maintaining this balance more difficult. Sugar, refined carbs, and the glycation effect. One major factor that affects cellular pumps and fluid balance is diet, specifically sugar and refined carbohydrates. When you eat sugar, a process called glycation occurs. This is where sugar molecules attach to proteins in your bloodstream, forming glycated proteins. These proteins can't function as effectively as they should. A simple way to visualize this is to imagine a protein in your blood as a sturdy bar and sugar as a sticky marshmallow. When sugar attaches to the protein, it stays there until the protein is replaced, which can take several months. This is exactly what the A1C test at your doctor's office measures. How much sugar has attached to proteins in your blood over the past 3 months. When proteins are coated with sugar, they lose efficiency in transporting oxygen and nutrients throughout your body. Blood flow decreases, and fluid starts pooling in your lower legs and feet, especially after sitting or standing for long periods. Glycated proteins also affect the walls of blood vessels, making them more permeable. This allows fluid to leak into surrounding tissue, which is why swelling appears in the ankles and feet. Sodium, potassium, and fluid retention. Another effect of high sugar levels is sodium retention. When the body holds on to sodium, water follows. This contributes to swelling and makes the legs feel heavy and uncomfortable. At the same time, potassium, a mineral critical for fluid balance, can become depleted, further complicating the issue. Over time, this imbalance can also affect your nerves, leading to numbness, tingling, or burning sensations in the feet, often referred to as peripheral neuropathy. Many people assume this only happens to those with diabetes, but even without a formal diagnosis, elevated sugar levels or high refined carbohydrate intake can trigger these issues. The nutrients that support healthy fluid balance. Addressing swollen legs isn't just about reducing symptoms. It's about supporting your body with the nutrients it needs to function optimally. 3 nutrients play a particularly important role: potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B1, thiamine. Potassium. Potassium is vital for the function of the sodium-potassium pumps we discussed earlier. Adults need roughly 4,700 milligrams of potassium each day. While bananas are often cited as a source of potassium, a single banana contains only about 300 milligrams. That means you would need to eat nearly 16 bananas a day to meet your requirement, which isn't practical. Instead, focus on foods rich in potassium but low in sugar. Avocados are an excellent choice, with nearly 1,000 milligrams per medium fruit. Leafy greens like spinach and Swiss chard are also great options, as are berries, which provide potassium without excess sugar. You can also consider electrolyte powders that are free from added sugars or artificial sweeteners. Magnesium. Magnesium is another mineral critical for cellular energy production. It's essential for creating ATP, the energy currency of your cells, and supports the function of sodium-potassium pumps. Magnesium also helps with muscle relaxation and can reduce nighttime cramps. The recommended daily intake for adults is about 420 milligrams, which you can obtain from pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, almonds, leafy greens, and dark chocolate with at least 70% cacao. Vitamin B1, thiamine. Vitamin B1 is often overlooked, but it's essential for converting glucose from carbohydrates into energy. When your diet is high in refined carbohydrates, white bread, pasta, sugary treats, your body uses up its thiamine reserves to process the sugar. Over time, especially as absorption decreases with age, a deficiency can develop. Without adequate B1, cellular energy production drops. Sodium-potassium pumps slow down, and fluid can start to pool in the legs. B1 also protects nerves from oxidative stress and reduces the effects of glycation, helping circulation remain strong and reducing swelling and discomfort. Sources of B1 include nutritional yeast, sunflower seeds, pork, fish, and fortified foods. Many seniors find a high-quality B-complex supplement to be the most reliable way to maintain adequate intake, particularly if digestion or absorption has become less efficient. A practical action plan for healthier legs. Swollen ankles and legs can be uncomfortable, limiting, and sometimes worrying. But the good news is that addressing them often comes down to giving your body the nutrients it needs and supporting circulation with simple lifestyle choices. Now that we've discussed how potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B1 support your body's fluid balance, let's break it down into actionable steps you can implement starting today. This isn't about complicated routines or expensive medications, just practical changes that work with your body's natural processes. 1. Increase potassium intake. Potassium is one of the most important minerals for healthy fluid balance. It works hand in hand with sodium to regulate how water moves in and out of your cells, keeping your tissues properly hydrated and helping prevent swelling. Unfortunately, many adults don't get nearly enough potassium, especially as we age. The recommended daily intake for adults is about 4,700 milligrams. But if you rely on bananas alone, you'd need to eat nearly 16 a day to meet that goal. That's clearly not practical, and it would add a lot of sugar to your diet, which could actually worsen fluid retention. Instead, focus on foods that are naturally high in potassium without excess sugar. Some excellent sources include avocados. One medium avocado contains around 1,000 milligrams of potassium. Add half an avocado to a morning smoothie or slice it over a salad at lunch. Leafy greens. Spinach, Swiss chard, kale, and collard greens are all excellent sources. They can be sautéed, added to soups, or tossed in a fresh salad. Berries. Strawberries, blackberries, and raspberries provide potassium along with antioxidants and fiber without spiking sugar levels. Legumes and beans. Lentils, black beans, and kidney beans offer both potassium and protein, making them versatile additions to meals. Nuts and seeds. Pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and almonds offer small but meaningful amounts of potassium and can be enjoyed as snacks. Incorporating these foods throughout the day ensures a steady supply of potassium to help your cellular pumps function properly and maintain fluid balance. Think of it as giving your body the fuel it needs to keep everything running smoothly. 2. Support magnesium levels. Magnesium is another critical mineral that works behind the scenes to keep your body's energy production and fluid balance on track. Every cell relies on magnesium to generate ATP, which is the energy your cells use to perform almost every function. Without enough magnesium, sodium-potassium pumps can't operate efficiently, and fluid can start to accumulate in the legs and ankles. Many adults don't get the recommended 420 milligrams of magnesium daily, so making magnesium-rich foods a consistent part of your diet is key. Some of the best options include seeds and nuts. Pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, and almonds are all rich in magnesium and easy to snack on. Leafy greens. Spinach and Swiss chard provide a double benefit. They offer magnesium and potassium. Dark chocolate. Choose chocolate with at least 70% cacao and no added sugar. A small square in the afternoon can be both satisfying and beneficial. Whole grains and legumes. Brown rice, quinoa, and beans offer magnesium while providing complex carbohydrates that are slower to digest and gentler on blood sugar. Magnesium is also essential for muscle relaxation, which can help reduce leg cramps that sometimes accompany swelling. By making magnesium a part of your daily routine, you're supporting not only fluid balance, but also overall comfort in your legs. 3. Boost vitamin B1, thiamine intake. Vitamin B1, also known as thiamine, is a nutrient that often goes overlooked, but plays a crucial role in cellular energy production. It helps your body convert carbohydrates from food into usable energy, which is essential for the sodium-potassium pumps we've been discussing. Without enough B1, your cells can't generate energy efficiently, and fluid can start pooling in the lower legs. B1 deficiency can also affect your nerves, leading to tingling, numbness, or burning sensations in the feet, sometimes referred to as peripheral neuropathy. This is particularly important as we age, because nutrient absorption may decline over time, and diets high in refined carbohydrates can deplete B1 stores. Some reliable sources of vitamin B1 include nutritional yeast. This is one of the richest natural sources of B1. Sprinkle it over salads, soups, or vegetables for a savory boost. Seeds and nuts. Sunflower seeds are rich in B1 as well as magnesium. Lean meats and fish. Pork, trout, and tuna are natural sources of B1 if you include animal products in your diet. Fortified foods or B-complex supplements. A high-quality B-complex can ensure you're getting enough B1, particularly if your digestion or absorption isn't optimal. Supporting your body with B1 can improve energy, help your cellular pumps work efficiently, and support nerve health, all of which contribute to healthier, less swollen legs. 4. Reduce refined carbohydrates and added sugars. While increasing key nutrients is critical, it's equally important to reduce the foods that contribute to swelling in the first place. Refined carbohydrates and added sugars can impair circulation, increase glycation, where sugar attaches to proteins, and force your body to work harder to process nutrients. Examples of foods to limit or avoid include white bread, pasta, and rice, cookies, pastries, and cakes, crackers and other highly processed snacks, sugary beverages, including sodas and sweetened teas. Instead, focus on whole foods that are nutrient-dense and gentle on your blood sugar. These include vegetables, all types, but especially leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, and colorful vegetables rich in antioxidants. Whole grains: brown rice, quinoa, oats, and barley. Lean proteins: fish, chicken, turkey, eggs, and plant-based proteins like beans and lentils. Healthy fats: avocados, olive oil, nuts, and seeds. By combining nutrient-rich foods with reduced sugar intake, you're giving your body a chance to restore proper cellular function, improve circulation, and naturally reduce swelling. What to expect when you make these changes? When you start supporting your body with potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B1 while reducing refined carbohydrates, you may notice improvements more quickly than you expect. Many people begin to see changes within days as the sodium-potassium pumps start functioning more efficiently, moving fluid back into cells and reducing pooling in the legs. Within a week or two, your ankles may appear more defined and your shoes may feel less tight. A full month of consistent dietary changes can result in noticeable differences in both the look and the feel of your legs. Beyond the visible benefits, supporting your body's nutrient needs can boost energy levels, reduce muscle cramps, and improve nerve health. Unlike medications that temporarily mask swelling, focusing on nutrition addresses the underlying cause and gives your body the tools it needs to maintain long-term balance. Lifestyle habits to support healthy legs. While nutrition plays a central role, a few simple lifestyle habits can enhance your results and promote circulation. Stay active. Gentle walking, stretching, or leg exercises can help keep blood and lymph fluid moving, reducing the chance of fluid pooling. Even short bouts of activity throughout the day make a difference. Elevate your legs. When resting, prop your legs on a pillow or ottoman. Elevation helps fluid return to the upper body and can relieve pressure in the lower legs. Stay hydrated. Drinking enough water is essential. Adequate hydration supports cell function and helps your body regulate electrolytes effectively. Monitor salt intake. While potassium helps counterbalance sodium, excessive salt can worsen swelling. Aim for a balanced intake, focusing on whole foods rather than processed items. Incorporating these small habits alongside a nutrient-focused diet can significantly improve leg comfort and support long-term circulation health. The bigger picture. Swollen legs aren't just a cosmetic concern. They reflect how well your body's cells and circulatory system are functioning. By focusing on nutrient support and minimizing factors that disrupt fluid balance, you're addressing the root cause rather than just the symptom. For seniors, this approach is particularly important. Age-related changes can make nutrient absorption less efficient, and diets high in refined carbohydrates may worsen swelling over time. By prioritizing potassium, magnesium, and vitamin B1 and reducing sugar, you create conditions that allow your body to heal naturally and maintain proper circulation. This isn't just about aesthetics, it's about comfort, mobility, and overall well-being. Healthy legs make walking, exercising, and even standing for extended periods easier and more enjoyable. Final thought. Imagine looking down at your ankles and seeing definition again. Picture slipping on your shoes without that tight, uncomfortable sensation at the end of the day. Envision walking comfortably, free from the heavy, swollen feeling that has limited your mobility. This is achievable when you provide your body with what it truly needs: proper nutrition, balanced electrolytes, and a reduction in refined carbohydrates. Start by adding potassium-rich foods like avocados, leafy greens, and berries. Include magnesium sources such as seeds, nuts, and dark chocolate. Support vitamin B1 intake through nutritional yeast, sunflower seeds, lean meats, or a B-complex supplement. Minimize sugar and refined carbs to protect your cellular pumps and maintain fluid balance. Your body has an incredible ability to restore itself when given the right nutrients and lifestyle support. With consistent attention to these three key nutrients and small but meaningful lifestyle adjustments, you can reduce swelling, improve circulation, and enjoy more comfortable legs. Remember, progress happens gradually, but small changes compound over time. Each nutritious meal, every sugar-free choice, and each moment of activity contributes to healthier, more energized legs. Over weeks, you'll likely notice not only physical improvements, but also enhanced energy, better nerve health, and a greater sense of well-being. By addressing the underlying causes of swelling, you're giving your body the tools to thrive at any age. Your legs can feel lighter, more comfortable, and more mobile. You can enjoy walking, standing, and daily activities without discomfort. It all starts with nutrition, hydration, movement, and mindful choices. The small steps you take today can make a significant difference tomorrow and in the months ahead.